This here is an Insta360 camera, and as you can see, I actually have a silicone case over it. In this video, I'm actually going to go over the essentials you should have with this camera. Now, before I even got this camera, I was actually sent this, case with like an entire gadget thing, all together in a package, which I really highly recommend because this is something I was honestly gonna look for if I actually got this camera just on my own. And honestly, I've been seeing, cameras and shots like, from the 360 cameras and stuff like that, on the back of people's car all the time, but I had no idea how these things worked, and I wasn't even honestly looking at them. Then I was sent this thing, and then I was like, all right, let me take a look at what this actually is. And then I was like, wow, I have to get one, and I got one. But in this video, I'm actually going to go through the essentials that I actually got because I didn't want to drain a lot of money in this. But honestly, this camera is pretty good on its own, and I'm actually surprised that it's very well built. And honestly, there's not a lot of things you need, but here's some that you honestly need. First is going to be a protector for the lenses. Now, the lenses are stuck out a lot, as you can see on both ends. Obviously, it has to take a 360 video, so it's gonna stick out like that. And because of that, you can actually just leave the camera on the desk because you can actually scratch the lenses, and these lenses aren't replaceable. So if you scratch the lens, that's it. Now, I was looking at some protectors, like a screen protector kind of thing for the lens, and I couldn't find anything except for like these, giant bubbles that even makes this whole thing even bigger. So I'm still considering if I should buy it or not. But honestly, the simple stuff I got, I think is a great combo to have. Now, everything I'm going to talk about is going to fit just in this bag. So I'm actually going to just talk about this bag first. Now, there's a whole video I made out of this bag. It actually comes with a lot of useful things that I don't actually have in this bag right now. But you can definitely check that video out. I'll leave in the description for that. So the notable thing that it came with is this silicone case. Now, silicone is a very good material for bouncing off, grips. Like, since this is rubbery, it wouldn't accidentally fall out of my hand. It has pretty good grip to it, so that's pretty nice. And on top of that, every cutout is very nice. This didn't interfere with any recording or anything, as I tested on my motorcycle, and I even got mud from the trail on the lens. So this was a really good investment. And on top of that, it actually came with screen protectors for the screen here. Unfortunately, no bubble covers or anything. This camera is obviously waterproof, and they didn't do anything where the latches are not going to work or anything like that. So everything is very open and well designed. So that's one other thing. And then obviously the lens protector, that's very important for this whole case. Now, I would just throw my camera in here. Now, obviously the camera has the SD card installed in it and a battery. Now, if you are going for a couple of days, maybe in the woods, even a couple of hours of recording in high format, you're gonna need a battery. And battery wise, the battery is pretty good on this thing, way better than the GoPros for sure. But obviously you're gonna be running out if you're gonna be shooting all day, right? So this is why I actually got a separate piece of this same OEM Insta360 battery from Insta360 on Amazon. I also did an unboxing of this, of course, and you guys can see that, but it comes with a nice case, and in the case you can actually store an SD card right up in there too. So this is something that's definitely going in the same case. Now, this was the sleeve that came with the Insta360 camera, and it actually comes with this cutout here. I believe this is actually for charging, and you just throw it in there and it would basically be protected. The lens wouldn't get scratched up and things like that. But I'd honestly rather keep it in this thing where it's honestly, I feel like it's going to be a lot safer for handling and everything like that, and keeping it away from scratches and unknown and unwanted things. So I don't actually use this. Later, after that, we actually have these fuzzy things. Now, these fuzzy things come in a huge package. I got a bunch of these, and they come with stickers and stuff. And just to quickly show you, this is how they work. I actually got them on my GoPro, and this actually cuts the sound by a lot because it actually cuts down the amount of wind noise that happens while you're recording. Now, this is something I definitely need because I actually use this camera mostly just as a dash cam of my motorcycle. So this is definitely needed because wind noise is terrible. and I actually didn't get to install these because it's silicone. So I don't want to really install on top of the silicone. Honestly, I actually could. I never thought about that. I could actually just do that, but there's so many things out here. One of the microphone here is very close to the lens cap here, so I don't want any interference with this. I actually didn't go for it yet, but that could definitely be an option for you if you're using the sleeve, especially because you don't have to worry about anything like that. But honestly, I think I can actually install it over the silicone here and cut down a lot of wind noise. Another thing that you must have is an insta360 invisible pole. Now, I forgot how many centimeter this is, but it's actually the longer one. It's pretty long, and there is a lot of mud in here from the last time I was in a trail. So I'm not gonna open it here, but you get it. It's pretty small. It has a 1/4 inch thread in the back here, so we can actually mount this to a tripod or something more interesting I'm going to show you in a bit, and the camera basically mounts to that. Now this is something you cannot fit in this thing, so you'd have to carry this separately, and it has a pretty nice grip and everything. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about is this thing. Now this is a pole clamp, and this pole clamp I actually haven't tested yet, but this looks promising with the gaskets on the ball, which would, you know, minimize the movement and stuff with, you know, jumps and stuff like that if I'm doing MTB stuff. And this basically connects to this, and then you can basically connect this to a pole on a motorcycle or a bike, and then, like, you know, you can get like the shot from back or like shot from like far away in the front, even like drone looking shot if you know, extend this up all the way and, you know, do fun things like that. Now, this is something I would definitely put with me here, but I don't really know if this is gonna fit, honestly. It actually fits pretty good, and then I can just put this thing over here on that side, or, you know, vice versa, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty good. And then for motor vlogging, I actually don't talk. I haven't talked. I haven't even made a vlog yet on my motorcycle. So when I do that, I'll be rocking these DJI mic, and these are crazy good. These are like phenomenal mic, very strong, very good, and they have these magnetic things and stuff like that. I would actually have to figure out a way where I can mount this inside my helmet so I can just talk right into the mic. And as you can see, one of these actually had the fuzzy things on top of it to reduce wind noise. The other one, I just kept it empty. But basically it has a receiver and it has to be plugged into the camera, so it'll make it a little bit bulky. But in case you guys are wondering about audio on the fly, this is what I use. And since the camera's view is so versatile, it's so broad, that you really don't need to set the camera up on a place and then try to show yourself. But in case you do, and, you know, especially if you guys are doing something, I, you know, use the DJI stand. DJI is my favorite brand in anything, honestly, this video related, but check that out. You know, it's a very small tripod which serves a really good purpose, and very small and packs away like nothing. You know, you could actually buy these separate, but you know, I just have a DJI Osmo Pocket 2 camera, and this just comes with it. So I have that option there, and you know, it's very versatile. It's very strong. You could definitely use that, or you can even find something cheaper for like $5-10, maybe on Amazon or eBay, something like that. So that is something that you guys can look for as an option. But honestly, whatever I kind of need, it, you know, definitely fits in this little pouch. So no, it doesn't. I can't close it with the pole clamp. And I wouldn't honestly do that because you can definitely scratch up the whole camera there. So try to pack up light, but if you guys need a bigger case, GoPro has a pretty good hard shell case. You can also find other cases that are bigger, but again, since I'm going to be carrying, you know, this thing outside, I can definitely just leave this on my bike, honestly. I wouldn't even carry this anywhere. Just leave it on the bike. This thing, I always just keep it in the bottle holder on my bag. This I always carry separate because this is my go-to for any other cameras except for the DJI Pocket 2, which is what I'm using right now, but this is my go-to for any other cameras. So I always need this for other stuff. So, you know, essentially what I'm going to be carrying in here is maybe just this little tripod and a battery and an SD card, which is going to be in the shell here with the battery, and just the camera itself. You know, that's pretty much it. It, you know, folds away very nicely, and these high quality zipper just keeps everything all together. And this actually comes with some other stuff too, but one of the important stuff that I really like is this lock. Now this lock is programmable, and you could actually change the passcode of it, and basically this would help you just zipping this up so no one can steal it. You can also use this part here with a carabiner, so you can actually carry this on the side of your bag or something like that, so it doesn't take any space up inside. So honestly, I feel pretty good about this setup. And then when I'm traveling anywhere, it's always like a mess where I don't really know what to go to. I would have to dig through gears to find the proper camera, find the proper things. But like if things are in its box and they're stored nicely, I can definitely just pick something up and just fly with it. For example, I have my DJI Air 2S bag with the whole drone and everything related to the drone in there. And then this would be my Insta360, and this would basically hold my GoPro stuff. Although I just use GoPros for B-roll shots because their audio is terrible, so I don't even use this, honestly. It just stores my wires and stuff. But if I ever need more GoPros, where I'm going to be storing them. So having cases like this but definitely keeps you organized. But those were kind of it for all the accessories that I have, and all the accessories I would honestly suggest if you're getting this camera. So that's pretty much it. If you guys want to add anything to this, please leave it in the comments so other people know. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section too. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys next time. Peace.